Today, I'm gonna build the first roller coaster ever inside of Theme Park Tycoon 2. So let's skip the tutorial. I know how this game works, although I haven't played it in literal years. So I should probably start off with the teacups. There we go. Open this ride to overcharge people. So as I mentioned, I'm gonna build the first ever roller coaster in the world. If you go on Google and search up first ever roller coaster, it comes up with this thing. Promenades Arenas, or the aerial walk. I'm not good at French, okay? I failed that class. So yeah, this coaster was made over 200 years ago, believe it or not, and I'm gonna have to build it inside of Roblox. So this is what the coaster actually used to look like, and that is pretty much the only point of reference that I have. The first problem I notice is that I'm poor. So let's get a bit more money. There we go. And I'm gonna use the wooden coaster for this build, but unfortunately, I need a park value of 200,000. So let's buy some land. Bam, boom, ba, bam. Dude, buying land doesn't actually increase your park value. That is a scam. I guess what I'll have to do is build the coaster and make it as humanly expensive as possible. So I might have done a bit of off-camera building just to get my park value up. And now I have unlocked the wooden coaster. So I think I should probably get to deleting all of this crap, which I will not need. Bam, bam, bam. And now it's time to get to the suffering. And by suffering, I mean building the first ever coaster in the world. So if you look closely, this coaster actually has two different tracks. So I'm pretty much gonna have to build the oldest coaster twice. So we can have the station here, and here we can do the chain for a little bit. And believe it or not, this coaster is actually 450 feet tall. So people literally made that like 200 years ago. That's actually insane. Height limit, that is cringe. And I think I want to increase my height limit a little more. It's okay, owner, take my money, please. And let's get back to building the coaster. And around here, the coaster actually turns around, but I don't have enough land. Oh my gosh, even more capitalism I have to do. How much is this lot? 80,000? Get the extra expansion pass. Instantly unlock 24 plots. That seems like a good deal. Take my money again, owner, please. I love it when you take my life savings. If you look closely, there's a little tower towards the very end of the coaster, so I think I'm gonna have to build that too. We can curve the coaster around here, and now it's time for it to go down. So with the aerial coaster, after it reached a certain point, it went back up again, so I'm gonna have to do that too. Here we go. It's not a steep rise, but it is pretty noticeable. Here it goes back down, and I'm gonna start curving the aerial walk. So this coaster does go in a little heart shape, and hopefully it all lines up. I kind of forgot how the physics of this game work, and there we go. I can just snap the segments together, and the first half of this coaster is done. So the entrance is gonna be on both sides of the coaster, so I'm gonna try and make this as identical as possible, because after all, I am just eyeing the design of this coaster, and I only managed to find one picture of this coaster. This is literally the only one there is. And finally, I think I've done my best at making both sides as similar as possible. So let's build this. Cannot build here. There's already something. Okay, I'll buy disable collisions. The only thing in the way there is air. The owner wants me to give him more money, so I guess take my money and buy something nice with it. Don't buy drugs, please. And let's build out this path. I think this is the closest representation of the first ever coaster ever inside of Theme Park Tycoon 2. But obviously, I'm not done. So let's open the coaster and see what it's all about. So it does take quite a while to get all the way up there, but it's definitely gonna be worth it. So yeah, even though I finished building this coaster, I'm not done with the details. Because if you look at the picture, there's a rooftop around this point of the coaster. Wait, what? We're going back? Huh? Alright guys, don't worry, I fixed it as always. Like all the other problems I have to fix in my life. So I'm not quite sure how tall this coaster is, but the dimensions seem accurate. But dude, adding the details is just gonna be pain and suffering. And we're going down. Yo! Oh my gosh. Well, I'm gonna take the coaster all the way back up, because like I said before, I'm gonna have to build a house that is all the way at the top of the coaster. I'm not sure how it's gonna be done, but I'm gonna try my best. Oh, that is so tall. Hopefully I don't fall. We have this little floor plan here, and I'm gonna expand it all the way back here to where the coaster curves. And the chance of me falling through the floor is minimal. Actually, from the picture, it doesn't even look like there's many walls. It's just poles. This already looks so much better. Oh, you know what? We can actually use these walls here. So now it looks like a castle. So I think the castle part of this build is done. Now I'm gonna use this brick doorway, because it looks pretty cool. It looks like an arch like this, which it kinda is. I unfortunately have to do this on both sides, and by unfortunately, I mean I'm having so much fun playing this. Like I said, I have not played this game in ages, so this is just super refreshing. Oh, are those my first customers? I mean my first victims? Well, hope you guys enjoyed the ride. Here I can do my ceiling. Bam. Probably best if I hang a few lights. But remember, this is the 1800s, so I have to use lights that were available to them. So I think this looks like a pretty old lamp. So we are staying true to history on this channel. And if you look all the way on top of the house, at the top of the coaster, there's an even smaller house. And at the very top, we will have yet another light. It's like a little lighthouse, but on the coaster. Hopefully no planes fly into this coaster. After all, this is a coaster from the 1800s, so I don't think planes were around back then. There's a good chance there's stuff like food being sold on the inside, so obviously if the French were making money like this 200 years ago, I want to be making money just like them. If you look closely at that picture, I should probably build up the infrastructure of this park a little more. So here we go, guys. Have a few trash cans. And stop littering, dude, so I don't have to break my legs every time. Here, have some lights. These cost $4.50 a pop, but I'm happy to invest in the safety of my guests. By which I mean I do not care about safety at all, and I just want my park to look nice. I'll be honest, this park already looks amazing. And the last and most important thing I have to do is add trees, because I actually care about this coaster looking good, and my guests breathing good air. So we can cop a few bushes around the coaster. A tree, bro, this is not a tree, but I do like these pine trees here. So we're gonna get a few of those. Yo, Jonah, what do you want? I'm sorry, this park could use a few places to rest. Okay. You could have just said you're a lazy idiot all along. Here, take a bench. And because I'm such a good park owner, I definitely didn't forget to do this. Here, my guests can enjoy a nice and peaceful poop. I did a bit of decorating, and now the first ever roller coaster inside of Theme Park Tycoon 2 looks absolutely magnificent. So yeah, the aerial walk was a lot of fun to build. Make sure you guys tell me some more ideas you want me to do inside of Theme Park Tycoon 2, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.